going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and yeah, we are reacting to the second episode for Squid Game as I was brought to the horrors of what this series might have on offer, especially with how the first game went about. Even though, you know, you came into that episode with the kind of feeling that what this game was going to entail and whatnot, it was still pretty chilling to see everything play out and whatnot. So yeah, but yeah, I really thought that the first episode was a very great way of setting up Ji-hun's character, and as well as setting up all these characters who I feel like we're going to have a bit more of a background on, because we had the first contestant, the elderly man, who, you know, we just, yeah, he just blesses our heart so much, especially with just how, I don't know, delightful his character is, but also how tragic his story is. We got a bit of an insight there, and I feel like we're going to have a bit more of a greater scope with the other characters as well, rather than just focusing on the one. So yeah, but it was pretty brutal, the first episode. I'm not expecting things to be any less brutal throughout the series, but yeah, I am really looking forward to watching this further and whatnot. So why don't we get into episode number 2 for Squid Game? Let's go. Oh my god. No, you're not gonna burn that person alive. Fuck me.
참가자 여러분, 진심으로 축하합니다. 첫 번째 게임의 결과를 알려드리겠습니다.
First one who... Oh, okay. How many survived? Less than half.
456명 중에 255명이 탈락하여 첫 번째 게임을 금하신 참가자는 201명입니다.
기실조치! 죽을 죄를 진 건 아니잖아요.
이건 게임일 뿐입니다.
사람을 그렇게 죽여놓고...
It's just a game. This is a sadistic method, buddy.
게임의 규칙만 잘 지키면 약속된 상금과 함께 무사히 이곳을 나가실 수 있습니다.
상금이 그거
Whoa.
없으니까.
This is a violation of human rights.
내버려줘요.
여러분의 뜻에 따라 게임의 중단 여부를 투표하겠습니다.
Oh, but there is something more to this though, right?
첫 번째 게임에서 적립된 상금을 공개하겠습니다.
Oh, this is gonna tempt them though, isn't it? Shit. Oh, this is really brutal of a manipulative tactic, right? How the fuck did they acquire this shit?
첫 게임에서 탈락한 참가자의 숫자 255명, 참가자 한 명당 걸려있는 상금 액수 1억. 따라서 255억의 상금이 페이지 점등에 적립되었습니다. 456번 투표해주세요.
Of course he has to go first though. Oh, I am not. Yeah, I am done with this tactic. Wow.
됐습니다. 그럼 다시 투표를 재개하겠습니다.
I mean, some people's heads are on the line in the outside world, and they're gonna... I'm surprised 101. Oh, I'm surprised you voted to... Okay. Oh. Okay, I was not expecting that. So what the heck's gonna happen?
아니면 이거 좀 풀어봐.
But are they gonna get them a retrospect about is your lives any better out there?
이 여의도가 어디예요?
Oh, so they've been Some of them been allocated to random areas of the world, I'm guessing. And some they're familiar terrain.
사장님, 전화 있어요? 전화 한 번만 하고 싶어요. 딱 한 번만요.
Go on, give 1999 a chance. Ah, it's dead, of course.
종합해보면은 누가 갑자기 게임을 하면 수백억을 준다고 해서 따라갔더니 무궁화꽃이 피었습니다를 시키고 그래서 그림을 막 쏴 죽이더라.
This
그런데
is
선생님은
the
나오고
issue.
싶다고 해서
Like,
나오게 됐고 그 사람들 얼굴도 모르고
This is
그게 어딘지도
all-
모른다. 이거 맞죠?
yeah.
저 성함이?
너 뭐 하는 분이신데 아침부터 전화로 개소리세요?
Fuck.
게임을 하고 싶어.
Wow.
PC방에 가! 이 변태 새끼야!
The problem, this is so shitty because they're going to be branded as crazy and they're covering all their bloody bases. What?
올해
No.
방치해서 합병증까지 왔어요. 이 정도면 통증이 심했을 텐데 모르셨어요?
치료만 하면 되는 거죠?
최악의 경우엔
But it's gonna pay a lot.
결단해드릴 수도 있습니다. 일단 입원부터 하시고 치료하면서 경과를 좀 지켜보시죠.
Oh, it's kind of, yeah. It's, yeah, he's gonna find the thing. I was gonna say, it's kind of representative to the, I guess,
추객이에요?
coffin.
그냥 미친놈이야. 오늘따라 정신없어 죽겠어 아주.
He's gonna squirm his way in, isn't he?
누나 알지? 누나 약속하면 꼭 지키는 거.
그 무궁화꽃이 피었습니다. 근데 황 형사 그 미친놈 이름은 왜?
아, 제가 어제 얼핏 봤는데
He's
생각해보니까
getting in on it.
그래?
I need the golf club. Where's my money? Oh my fuck! Holy shit! That was grotesque. No.
돈 구해온다. 한 번 더 나 속이면 다음엔 무조건 네 목부터 딸 거야. 알았니?
I think we know what her answer is going to be in terms of are you going to get back in? She is done. Fuck. And you can't blame her. She was deceived.
야?
경찰입니다. 조사무 씨께서 횡령과 사문서 위조, 특정 경제범죄
and-
가중
oh my
처벌법
God.
위반 혐의로 체포영장이 발부됐습니다.
누굴 체포해요? 아유,
I feel so bad for her. She's so proud and you've got this arrest.
아드님하고 연락되신
Midnight, June 23rd, same as because I was gonna say they know about them anyway, so they are gonna know how miserable their lives are at this moment.
여기가 더 지옥이야.
See, this is it though. There are such tragic things that goes on there, and yet they are buttering these contestants up.
알고 있는 대로 쳐들어가는 거야.
그게 형님 말씀이 다 사실이라고 쳐도
개새끼야. 사실이라고 치는 게 아니라 사실이라니까.
He's going to war.
그 새끼들 돈을 돼지 저금통에 몇 백억씩 쌓아놓고 있는 새끼들이야.
I mean, it's not just war, but money.
없어서
You treacherous bastard. Oh! Not gonna let you escape that easy. Gee. You stab him in the back, he stabs you in the front. Oh, shit.
이제 미국으로 떠나야 되는데 자꾸 이런 식으로 부순 나타나지. 이 새끼가 버리면
Shit. Yeah, he's not gonna take like, I guess what he considers dirty money. Oh. Shit.
저희 형도 가지고 있었어요. 형은 지금 실종 상태고요.
아 저는 그냥 길에
Can't find him.
떨어져 있길래 그냥 주워서 넣고 다는 것 뿐이에요.
성균 씨, 도와주십시오. 저희 형 찾아야
Let's
합니다.
go. Let's go. Is he gonna find his way in? Ew. They're just practically like, well, look who's came crawling back. Look at the reasons. Oh, is this the cop? Yes! I love it. I love it. Solid stuff, especially in how it subverted my expectations in terms of, you know, the voting process. I had a feeling it would go to a tie, just to, you know, bring you into that suspense. What is player 001 gonna choose? And you'd expect him, especially with his situation, and especially the fact that you had Jihoon replaying the fact that he had that conversation about his tumor. You would expect him to pick, yeah, I'm gonna continue. And then he just says, no, I want out. So it was really, really good. And how that set things up for the rest of this episode was pretty great, because we had this group who said, okay, you're free to go. They literally said that they didn't, well, I say they don't try any manipulative tactics. In a sense, they did, because they knew, like, you got to remember, they've got a record on all of these people. They know how shit their lives are. So this is what exactly they wanted. They were just like, oh, just you wait. And in this episode, we basically got to see how vulnerable these people are, whether it's financial, whether they're running and whatnot, whether they're in debt, or whether they're like severely ill. These people are living a world of hell. And it's a case of no matter what, it's shit out there, it's shit in there. At least this, I have a chance to do something good if I do succeed in the outside world. I just worry that it's a false sense of illusion, in a sense. Like, even if they do win, something's gonna happen anyways. I don't know. But I mean, they do seem pretty honest as well. I do like the idea, though, that amongst all of the murder and that happening in the first episode, that, like, they are pretty civil when it comes to a debate. Like, you know what? We're respecting democracy and all of that. So, yeah. But, you know, these people are, I want to say, pretty honest about so I don't think there's going to be any kind of, I don't know, manipulation in regards to whoever does win all 6 games, or the amount of people who do win all 6 games. There is no manipulation about, hey, you're going to get this money. I mean, they even said, we're going to distribute the money if you guys wish to no longer exist. And I'm guessing there's some kind of timer in terms of how, like, if they do decide to opt out, because like I said, they must have known about the fact that they're gonna come crawling back to them, because these guys have a read on their lives and their terrible situations. So they must, well, I mean, they had a thing, if you decide to come back, meet at this exact time. So yeah, but yeah, I do like the idea that they were like, hey, if you guys decide it's a no-go. We're going to distribute this to the families of the ones who have fallen. So there are some very, very morbidly honest intentions, because this is obviously not a good group. This is a very, very sinister and I would say manipulative group, because they knew they would come crawling back shortly. And obviously the games partook is very, very sinister and whatnot. So, but they are honest about, the stipulations and whatnot. Hey, if you're free to go, they let them go. And they're like, hey, okay, if you guys say so, then go ahead. We're not going to try anything. Go ahead. Like, they would literally open the door and just be like, we're just going to go in here, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead. So whereas they have manipulative tactics and whatnot, they are honest. So I say that there might be something shady in the end game, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I really liked how this episode gave you an idea of people who are in a very, very difficult situation, personally. And, I would say it just gets a lot worse returning from where they came. As well as the fact that I say they had some very, very, this group, they had some very, very interesting tactics. You had Jihan go to the police and you had no one believing him. And I don't think they accounted for that detective, did they? So, but they knew that they would report them to the police, because I think anyone would, like, after seeing what they saw. So yeah, anyone would try to report them, and they obviously covered their tracks. So yeah. But they were all in sticky situations, whether it was in debt, whether it was, of course, go back to player 001 and he's damned if he lives in this world, damned if he dies in the games, because he's dead either way, isn't he? So, not just that though, but I think, I'm not sure, but that guy in the tub, was he trying to, like, kill himself in some capacity? Because I was a bit unsure about what the heck was going on personally, but I think he was. I want to take a stab and say he was trying to kill himself, and then so that would be another example about how grim this situation is, because you have those who are running because they attacked their boss, which was fucking gruesome. Like, just seeing that, up close as well. It wasn't like a sound only effect. It was like right in your face, and it was like, ugh. But you have people running. You have people who are who had that hope, like that player that I love, 067, I think she is. She wanted to try to get to her parents, and the money that she provided before was she is going back to try and get that money so she could try again to get her parents back. But you have all these different reasons, but they have one thing in common, and that's the fact that people are like, they are miserable in this world, and this financial opportunity or anything in basically the main thing is this financial opportunity might give them a bit of sun on their rainy days, basically. Because you had Ji-hung who we know his mother was suffering, and that he was already, we saw in the first episode, he was already dealing with financial issues. He was in debt to the loan sharks, of course. And now, just to add insult to injury, literally, with his mother and that. So, and he could have taken the money from his ex's partner, but that wasn't the way to go, especially with the reception that was presented. So yeah, but I am very interested about the this detective as well, considering the fact that he lost his brother once, and he's gonna go back and see what the hell is going on because he believed Ji-hun's story. So yeah, and then of course you had another player who was on the run. Really, you saw, like, when you saw those notifications popped up, like, oh, we're gonna arrest you, basically, call the police immediately. You're like, oh shit, well, yeah, this is where things start to fall apart, and we saw the dominoes just continue to fall for all these individual characters. So obviously, and I really like how, I guess, unique each situation was. So yeah, even 101, player 101, he had a bit more of a brutal way of going about it, because he was like, they got all this money, so here's the idea, we're gonna rob these bastards, and not just that, we're gonna kill them as well after. Like, it's kind of a two-way street, because there's the money side of things, but there's also the knowledge about how dangerous these guys are, so we're gonna fuck shit up. But obviously he was in a bit of a jam anyways, because he was also in debt to money. So yeah, but still, it was very, very audacious of him to go like that. But yeah, but I really was surprised, especially by the beginning, and I really liked how this episode was executed in getting to know these players a bit more, but also seeing how they are in a very, very difficult situation. And you know, you had that dreaded feeling that they would find their way back into these games, because this is the alternate, like, you're a screwdive away, right? So, and there is such situations like financial difficulties, like being in debt and whatnot, that, well, you're going to get screwed either way, aren't you? So, yeah. At least with this, you have an opportunity to, you know, clinch that prize. Whereas, you know, you can't. I mean, we saw Ji-hun ask for money for different amounts of people, but so this is an opportunity to kind of put to bed those kind of issues, really, and to help his mother out, for example, and all that jazz. So yeah, but I really liked how this episode was portrayed, by subverting my expectations to get a read on these characters and see what kind of issues they were faced with, which would inevitably lead them back to these games. So yeah, but I am ready for episode number 3. It's a shame that I can't do this all in one day, because this is certainly, like, these past 2 episodes, phenomenal, and I'm excited to see how episode 3 does go by, especially with what is set up in terms of, you know, people trying to investigate this place, believing Ji-hun, and yeah, just it's very, very tantalizing stuff at the minute. So I really, really loved seeing with this episode a lot of the issues surrounding these players, and how they did it in such a subverted, expectational way, and in a very, very great way as well. So I really loved it. So yeah, but yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!